What's the
All
word?
right.
Yeah. What's the
What's
what's the
good?
what's the word, Danny? I hear you. I hear you.
Salute, salute. Thanks for having me on the show again, brother.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Everybody that's in here, make sure y'all share the broadcast right now. We got the bar guard, the legend. You know what I mean? Danny Myers in the building. Um, Yo, that hoodie you got on is nice, man. That's why I wanted you on here, man. Because you know what I mean. I always looked at you as an unbiased individual going into things. But I like having this conversation with you because you play, you know what I mean? You team vets, but you also EFB, man.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a interesting position to be standing in, like I'm definitely for the vets. But
Yeah.
then I got some of the newer guys on my EFB team as well. So it's battle rap though, shit, nigga, you got to introduce these new kids to the high school. You
Yeah.
got to shove them into the lockers. Shout
Facts.
out my man Hansel. Shout out
Yeah.
Hansel. Hansel been trying to go hard, but he got to. It's lessons he got to learn too.
Yeah, for sure. Let me ask you this first question, right?
All right.
After watching, did you watch the battles on the app?
Yes, I did. I did. Yes, I did.
All right. So who is there anybody you felt like out of the? I know they all stood out because I was there. I seen them do good. But after watching it, do you feel like it's any one of them that won?
Uh, I had Ease winning.
Okay.
I had Ease beating Prep first and third round. Clutch and JC. I'm still debating that one. I'm debating that one. I like that Clutch and JC.
Yeah.
I had Jerry West beating Footz, but that was a good battle.
Yeah. In that situation,
Um,
that wasn't a loss at all.
yeah, yeah. So definitely not no EFB bias because I do see a lot of people having Jerry West win that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I didn't watch T Top and True Foe. I
Okay.
didn't
Okay.
watch that one.
Nah.
All
Nah.
right,
That's
I
cool.
could
I'm
say that.
saying. I'm saying from the six.
From the top six,
Yeah.
uh, I don't. I mean, Klutz and Jay. Who you got? I don't know. I don't know.
Clutch and JC is
you know,
debatable. I think.
he's okay, but Ease did win his. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So they got to win there.
Yeah. They definitely got to win there. I think everything else could be debated.
I won't debate Foots and Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I will say this. I remember, as far as like being gatekeepers, the position that you and I both hold, you
Yeah.
know, you're the standard, not one of you're the standard of holding it down when it comes to being a legend, a veteran, and then, coming outside for the new talent and kind of whooping on them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
hey, shout out to my PG class, right? I came in 2013 and Prez Mafia was in my class. And at that time, Prez was on his way up, right? I think did you battle Prez like in a barber shop or some shit?
Nah,
I don't remember which one that was.
I battled Prez and
It
this
was a
young
danger zone.
yeah, Danger Zone was in a barbershop. I battled Prez in some shit called Tobacco Lounge. But it was mad small. It was like 100 people.
Okay, yeah, well, I remember it being a smaller venue,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was dangerous. He still is. Shout out to Prez, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you be shutting all that shit down every time, bro. Chilla Jones. Chilla Jones was a monster. He gets on the scene. I think that was known. Was y'all on known?
Yeah. Me and Chilla was on Gnome. Ill Will was on Gnome.
It's like you be getting them out of there. I think, but I will say that this top six class definitely. I think they proved already that we not going nowhere. I told them it's not about getting here; it's about staying here. So they can't really talk to people that been here 5 or 10 years or more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I done seen a lot of them come and go. They be
Yeah.
hot for a moment, and then they had Walmart the next year. So, but I like this class and I like the confidence. and it brings the spirit of competition back because these guys are like they're trying to get a spot and they're trying to keep a spot. And they talking shit. They talking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them. You know, I took shots at Ease. He took shots back at me. I know Hansel been throwing shots at you and John and whoever else. Klutz talking his shit. These dudes are fire.
Yeah.
These dudes are fire.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think they definitely are fire. Let me I'm gonna dive into what I want to say in a second. But let me just ask you why out of all of them, why'd you pick Ease?
Honestly, I want to battle Soul first. Because I was supposed to battle Soul first of all, final exams.
Okay.
But I had a busy schedule, so I declined the battle. They wound up giving him chess, and so I still owe Soul that fade. But E said, "Yo, I want to go." He was on Twitter. He said something about I want to go either to the West Coast or up north and get some rec. I said you need to go up north because it's dangerous in the West. And then he said, "Well, how about you come outside then?" I'm like, "All right, you done messed up.
Yeah.
You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? You know, like don't call me out." So I dropped 8 bars on him real quick, you know, just to show him like we don't do tweets, we do bars. That's the era I come from. We don't do all the back and forth. You know, we get right to the bars. I don't need to make no funny video. I don't need to keep tweeting, "Oh, you can't mess with me." I'm gonna show you can't mess with me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I shot a warning shot at him, and he shot back, and you know, that's where I come from. So Ease, you know, he the one jumped out the window first. So he first come, first serve with me.
Yeah.
Line them up. Shout out the freeway, line them up.
Yeah. I feel like Souffleur Songs Footz is definitely the most. So if I'm just being honest, right, when I'm looking at the 6, I think they all nice. I think they all talented. I think the only ones that can't, like, anybody could get smoked if you got an off day or the crowd is not rocking with you or things go wrong. But the only two that I confidently feel like cannot get set all the way back to where they gotta like literally be on Survivor Series is a Flame Footz. Nah, real talk. It's a Flame Footz.
No, that's
the other 4 are good,
yeah.
but I feel like with the right person in front of them, they can wind up. You know what I mean?
Well, they need to stay away from me and you. They need to stay away from me and you because we the ones that have seen their ass back to the gulag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I mean, because like I seen a joint with 3 Letterman. Shout out to 3 Letterman. You know what I mean? He was telling Klutz to chill. But like, this what I be saying, Danny, right? I don't, people think, right? And you know this because you're a student of the game just like I am. People think it's just that I go in there and I beat people in the battle. I already know I could beat you by the way I hear you talk. So once Klutz says, "Yo, you lost to JC, but I had a debatable," that should never be a strong point on what would happen with me and you because this is boxing. It's all about matchups. It's the time period. It's when I battled JC, what type of DNA you got. Like, I'm never going to say I could beat this person because I beat that person or that person beat. So when he said that, I'm like, I hope you just saying that for the camera and that's not really like what you believe because that's going to get you put in the world. Like, the DNA JC ain't going to be the JC that, you know what I mean? The DNA that you get when I battle.
Right. So, are any of these battles a possibility for you right now? Like the Hansel one or
like
Pudge, would you battle Footz?
So look, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? And like I said on Twitter when I engaged, because people this is what people are misunderstanding, right? And this is just to clarify the shit with Hansel. If I had no interest in battling you, all I would have to do is not answer you. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing me a favor. I don't have to engage with you. So the moment I say I'm a tweet or I'm a jump in a space, which I normally don't do, that means I have interest in doing the battle, or I would have just deflected like I do with people that I'm not interested in battling. So,
right.
So it's no ducking on my behalf. Now I have no control of how you like what I start to see is like niggas want me to explain URL's logic. I'm not URL. You know what I mean? I can't explain to you like me. I'm the type of nigga I feel like if you talking shit, let's get to it. So I would be ready to battle him on the next card they got, but that's their logic of not feeling like he's ready. But I'll tell you this, and everybody that's in the stream right now, I got a contract for 2 of them.
Oh,
so yeah, y'all understand the gist of what I'm saying. It's a contract with 2 names out of the top 6 on it. So I can only, if that's who URL feel like is ready to get in front, then that's what's in front. But I want to battle all 6 of them in some capacity.
hey, I said the same thing. I said, yo, I'm the 6th killer. You know, line all 6 of them up.
Mm-hmm.
Line all 6 of them up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for all of them in any order. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah, if they that's what I'm saying. If they line it up, you know I've never like, that's what I'm saying. Like the angles that's even trying to be perceived, it's like, it's funny, but when have I ever been the guy to duck smoke? Like I'm the guy saying that to the people that's not trying to get in the ring with me. But again, for the people that are not comprehending what I'm saying, I have a lot of power when it has to do with me. When it has to do with me pushing somebody forward. I don't have power with somebody's investment. I can't say, hey man, I think you should I think you should go take your $250,000 and invest in Starbucks when they know that Starbucks is on a decline and they're gonna go in the red. I can't tell somebody to go invest money when they think them investing money on that side is going to put them in the red. So that's why I have no control.
Well, what Hansel was saying is you can come to the riot. You got the power to make you got the power to come to the riot whenever you want to.
Absolutely.
And do it there. And the business gonna be whatever the business is gonna be between you and Geechee. But if you, matter of fact, he on some shit like, bro, you can come battle me on your own accord, on your own behalf, without having somebody over you to tell you what you can and can't do. And if you really want the wreck, come out here. And that's what he's saying.
And I hear all of that. And what I'm saying is, right, this is 2 things people got to understand, and don't confuse business with ducking. I don't have to battle you. I want to battle you to prove a point, which means this, right? Geechee, KP, whoever runs it on the riot, they could call me. But I'm not taking shorts to smoke you. So if the business is right and niggas got my number, I'll be at the riot. So I like that. That's the part that he's missing. Like, this ain't, I'm at the point in my career, I'm not going to I wouldn't take a short for a Loaded Lux battle. I'm not going to take a short for an easy battle. So
you shouldn't.
On that regard, he don't got to worry about, like, oh, am I just saying this to him with anybody? And I told him, if the business is right, set it up. Nobody hit my line though, Danny. So that's
they ain't hit you yet.
No, but guess what? Guess whose line? You Beasley? I hit his line. I hit P's line several times. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen this month. These are my exact words. Let's make it happen this month. And you know what I mean? They said what they said. I don't want to be the guy that's getting on here repeating what they said. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I told him this, right? Storyline wise, right? Because he thinks it's a deflection, like, oh, I'm trying to send Saga, or I'm trying to little bro Saga. I'm not trying to little bro Saga, because Saga in his own right stands on his own. I'm saying, I got a management company. Saga's getting back in the midst of things. If they don't feel like you ready, I'm willing to put up 5 bands on Saga and you battling. Y'all get to pick the judges. Everybody got to agree on the judges. And if you that nigga, you should smoke Saga, take the 5, and what's that going to do? That's going to make URL say, okay, now he's ready. And that's going to make everybody in the coaches say, yo, he just beat one of DNA's guys that DNA managed, and he took DNA's $5,000. Battle rap is based on storylines. This is what I'm trying to teach these niggas. Like, if the battle's not set up right now, I'm not going to stop talking to you, but I'm going to show you how the battle can happen. So, my whole thing is, if I'm in Hansel's position, I'm going to go. It's the same way. If I was the nigga coming up and the league didn't want to book the battle, and the person I was supposed to battle was like, yo, you could battle such and such, put up the bread, and I know the type of marketing and traction I'm going to do, and I'm not confident in myself, I'm not asking you to bet your money. The money's on the floor. I'm going to go pick that up. And then
money's on the floor.
And then I'm going to say, yo, DNA,
this is battle
DNA, I beat the bricks off of your man. and I took your 5 bands, come outside. Or what I told him, I gave him multiple scenarios. He don't got to do that either. Or I told him, if the riot can't get it right, because I mean, of course, I'm willing to bet on myself. So I said I would pay him, handle all the business there, and we can battle like how I set up battles all the time. If we want to get it done that fast. Because I also don't want him to feel like he's restrained because he feel like he's ready and URL feel like he's not. So it's multiple options. The riot could get it together. We could go there. We can handle the business between us. We could sign an NDA. I'm not going to talk about his price in the battle. None of that. Or we could go to URL route. But at this point, it's no way Hansel don't. It's no way me and Hansel don't battle. It's gonna happen.
Let's just make sure that me and you both on the card versus any two of those, any two of the 6, 2 of the top 6 versus Danny and DNA, same card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure John is on that card too. That's almost like a rookies versus vets card. It practically is. If you get me, you, and John versus 3 of the top 6 and maybe a couple others, it's like rookies versus vets. Yeah. Yo, just my opinion. I mean, hey man, when people saying it should be no problem to get Saga up out of here, right? That's all I'm saying. But I feel
Saga ain't no joke. Saga ain't no joke. I mean, for anybody.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, like, right, Danny, this what I'm saying with the energy. When COVID happened, they ain't do rookies versus vets the way they were supposed to. It was like thrown on multiple cards, spun off, and you know what I mean? Then it just started getting kind of like confusing on the actual score because it's not one whole event. So I feel like that was a marquee event that they stapled. They need to go ahead and you know what I mean, make sure that happens before the year is out the right way, the original way that it was done, and you know what I mean, let's make it happen. And also, cause he was like kind of lost on clarification when the vets was struggling during COVID. I'm actually one of the only vets that came through. Shout out to my guy Lou and got him up out of here clearly in that room. I didn't smoke him. I didn't end his career, but I taught him a valuable lesson. So that's my latest one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, and real sick as well. You know what I mean? I caught real sick as well. I'm like 2-0 against the last class. So that's why I'm like, it's recent. I have recent work. You know what I mean? That's out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I mean, you do your job, and that's why I said you're the standard when it comes to taking on a new talent and battling them and not, like, not caring about the win or the loss in terms of you're not scared to go in there and take a loss. And I also feel like, honestly, us legends coming out to give these guys those opportunities, if you were to lose, it don't take away from your legacy. I think it should add to your legacy. Yeah. It should add to your legacy because that's the definition of smoke, the definition of a battle rapper. You put yourself in the battlefield, you liable to get shot. You might just catch one of them niggas on their career day. It might be their career game, and they just so happen to have that game on you, and you get shot down. But I think you should get more merit points in terms of at least you was willing to come out and give that person that opportunity, because we all at one point needed a look or needed a shot. You know what I mean? Yeah. You understand?
Nah, absolutely. Me personally, I feel like it's all in the training. So my whole thing is, no matter how long, shout out to all the other, you know what I mean, people that have been around as long as us, but I feel like niggas conditioning, you know what I mean, leads to results. Conditioning always equals results. That's why, you know what I mean, when, like I said, what I learned from Clutch, why I said he's not ready, was that JC comment. And then and Hansel, once he said, yo, man, Geechee, Danny, and Rum is going to tell you, yo, sit down and lock in for Hansel. I'm like, I'm the guy that tells niggas to lock in. You don't got to worry about me locking in. I'm going to prepare harder than you. So that's why I'm like, come on, man. I feel like I need to add one more notch on my belt in terms of like being the crucible killer now. That's why I said, once I got 6 on my list, I don't want to hear no more, like, you know what I mean, it's old work. Like, this is updated 2023 work. So that's why I'm like, I'm here. And what I'm saying respectfully for him, I'm going to treat him like a Footz and Souffleur, but I don't think he's there. You know what I mean? I think he's number 3 out the class, but I think it's a big drop off from 1 and 2. I don't feel like he hangs up there with them. I think it's a big drop off. You know what I mean?
I haven't seen him lose. I haven't seen him lose thus far. Yeah, I haven't seen him lose for real.
He lost
not yet.
He lost to Ease, but it was a goodie.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. But Ease got him 2 and 3. You know what I mean? But like I'm saying, I'm with smoking niggas on the competitive side, but to push the culture forward, I be liking these guys that have more battles before they step in the ring with me so they don't make the mistakes. You feel me? Like, I'm happy I didn't battle him when he battled Ease because he emptied his whole clip in his first. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Can I ask you this? And all right, what do you think about the way things are done today versus how they used to be done? Meaning, when I came in the PGs, I had to work my way up to get to names. I started with J-Rail, went on to Mark Minor, and just had to keep working my way up to names before I got legends. Now it's like fresh out the crucible, you get names, right out the crucible. You make the top 6, and your first one is a name. Like, first of all, Klutz got and no hate, I just want to know your opinion on it. Like, Klutz got Loso on his first actual URL battle. Then his next URL battle was JC. I would have never got a JC right out the PGs.
I feel like the game changed, so you can't use the old tactics, like that we used then to now. Like, for instance, back then, the reason why I feel like it was such a climb in the rank system because it wasn't that many events. So it's like we can't put these guys on the marquee events automatically, because they're not gonna do well in these type of settings. Like, remember, before it used to be a rare thing to have a small room event. So now you got small room events damn near more than you got big room events. So you got time to actually give them somebody in a setting to where you can still work them up, but you're not just throwing them in front of 600, 700 people because Caffeine got mad events, URL got the app. Like, I feel like since the culture changed to where, I mean, not even just with newer guys, with us. Think about how long it would take to see a mega match when now it's like it could happen next month. Like, me and Hollow really got it now. Me and Hollow really had 3 weeks to prepare. Back in the day, that would have been a 4-month builder. So
no, you're right.
Yeah, so I feel like the process went faster now. So like URL and all these other leagues are keeping up with, like, all right, well, it's more events, things that happen rapidly. So the process for such and such to step up has to be higher now. Like, it's not a small process no more.
But okay, so our classes used to have to battle our class first, and to determine who was the top out of that class. I feel like Hansel hasn't battled Soul hasn't battled, Klutz. They haven't really set apart who's the best between each other first.
I feel like they should, though. I feel like getting caught up with, like I said, right? It's pluses to this, right? And my whole thing is this, like, why I don't want to battle one of these niggas on Gnome or Summer Madness, because, you know what I mean, at the same time you want to teach a nigga a lesson, you still want to push the culture forward. They don't understand, like, I don't think none of them have been in a situation yet where it's like, we just don't want you to win. Like, we just showed up for such and such, and you just happen to be here. We came to watch that movie. And when that happens, because that's always the real test in battle rap. It's not, we call it, when the fans turn on you. But you know what it is? It's not that. It's like the adversity when you realize, everybody doesn't love you. Like, you're going to get your time. Like, that's just the way entertainment works. We're going to build you up. Then once you get to the top, we want to see somebody else get to the same position. It's an underdog sport. So it's going to switch. So I feel like them battling each other, they'll learn more battling each other and figure out what they should actually do in the process until they get to us. Yeah, just my opinion, but I already understand that, bro. Every time I battle somebody, they want the other person to win. When I went into battling Casey, after all I did, you know how many people said I was going to lose? Like,
Well,
that's familiar turf for me.
given some more time, they will be in those situations, and we just got to see how they respond to those situations where it's a big old building of people wanting them to lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting. Time gonna tell though. Time gonna reveal everything. Like they fire right now, but let's just see how long they last. Let's see how long they stay in this game.
I mean, honestly, I think if they all make the right moves and they go about, you know what I mean, strategically and don't get emotionally invested, because that's one thing battle rap would do. It'll get you making decisions and doing things based on how you feel and not what's smart. I feel like all of them will last. But, you know, through the test of time, like, think about this though, Danny, right? One thing I will say is even though the battles happen faster now and the process of battling us happens faster right now, a lot of people don't last. You don't get, think about your class, right? Chilla in his own right is a legend, a vet. B Magic, you, I think I can name like 3 more. With them other classes, you only get 1 or 2 that enter that realm because everybody's not ready to deal with that pressure that fast. So
Facts.
when you think about those other classes, a lot of people, I mean, Prez, Rum Nitty, John, Clean, Bill Collector, like these are all people that lasted longer because they did go through climbing the ranks. And then when you go to the later classes, they all get jumped in the process fast. And some of these guys hang around, but you don't get too many top names. You get 1 or 2 instead of like 4 or 5.
Absolutely right. Absolutely correct.
So, I mean, but like I said, I want to, the competitiveness in me, I want to really just like yo, this shit is people don't know this because I'm not one of the guys to say this, but this same situation happened with Twerk. This same situation happened with Geechee, and it wasn't on their behalf. Like, they wanted to battle me, but it was URL. So when the fans look at it, they start saying, oh, DNA's chasing these guys because the battles ain't happening. No, it's because URL, and again, I can't deem you URL's logic, except I know I'm dangerous. So they like, I don't want to put this guy in front of DNA because I feel like shit ain't going to go the way, you know what I mean, it's supposed to go.
Do you feel like you can learn something from this new class? Do you feel like any of these 6 have something to teach you new that you probably don't know?
Nah, I don't think they got nothing new to teach me, but I feel like I feel like and it's rare people. It's like I said, it's us, like me, you, and probably like you could count on one hand who else. Like, we kind of know everything to do in battle rap, but when you've been around so long, you forget certain things to do or you stop doing it. Like, I feel like they're not teaching us, but they're reminding us of what we need to do. Like, we need to be more competitive. We need to talk shit. We need to be on 100 every single time. We need to get this culture back to where the main thing we talking about is battle rap. So that's why
is the rap, yeah. That's why I like the energy they bring in. I like what they bring in. Yeah. It's the competitive nature back, you know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate all of them for what they doing.
Nah, absolutely. I mean, that's why I always be willing to battle them, because I feel like, you know what I mean, when I get to somebody from my class that's not active like me, it's a walk in the park because they're not, you know what I mean, they're not
active.
They're not active and they're not learning. Like, I feel like, and let me say, I don't think they can teach me nothing new yet. But it's possible because I learned new shit from watching Twerk. I learned new shit from watching Nitty. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna put the stamp and say that it's not. But one thing I will say though, I like what just my opinion said. He said he loves the energy, but he hates the entitlement. Like, that's the only part that's confusing to me, is when a nigga feel like I have to. Like, I don't have to. I want to, because I'm competitive, having fun. And I feel like if niggas just sit in the corner and, you know what I mean, kind of make people, you know what I mean, reach a certain level or that, it's not fun. But I start to think that some of them think like, yo, you gotta do this.
Yeah, you can't just feel like because they got in the game and they called you out that you just have to battle them. Like, it's almost like, yeah, I feel where you're coming from, homie, but how much work did you put in to even earn this type of battle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, just respect the fact that I'm willing to come outside and give you that opportunity.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's got to be a balance of talking shit and being competitive and also respecting the people that came before you. Some of them don't have no respect. Some of them is like, I don't care about your legacy and your name, like, and that's cool too.
No,
That's
that's
part of
cool,
battle, right?
but my whole thing is like that's how you are setting yourself up for a crash course for disaster. Cause you don't have to like what I do, but you gotta respect what I do in order to defeat what I do. That goes for anybody. If I go into a battle not respecting Loaded Luck's legacy, I'm setting myself up for failure. Cause that means I don't respect the high level that he reached to understand what level I gotta go to win. Fuck how I feel about him personally. It's a lot of people that like him and think that he's great at what he does. So if I don't respect what he does, how do I defeat it? Because I'm going to go in there thinking that what he does ain't shit. And I'm going to be surprised when it works and he gets me out of it. So I feel like when you in that ring, I'm actually reversed. I got nothing but respect for the person I'm battling. And two, they say round one it's on DNA. Because at that point, I can't have respect or I'm going to be a fan. But up until we battle, I got respect for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm understanding what it is that you do that gets people to go crazy for you. And that's the way I'm going to defeat you because I respect it. So, you know what I mean? I be trying to tell them, like,
don't give them too much game, man. Don't you got yo? We already know your battle IQ was like at a like, so don't give them too many jewels for free, man.
Nah.
Let them learn.
You know what's so crazy though, Danny?
Don't give out too.
The illest thing about it is you right, but the illest thing is when you got the young niggas, and when I say you could be young or we could be in the same age or older, but young energy, you always gotta touch the stove to know it's hot. You're not gonna listen. You're gonna think I'm just doing the vet tactic. I'm just talking the talk instead of processing. Like I'm actually telling you something that's gonna be crucial if we lock in the ring. But like I said, for the people that just got in here, I got a contract today. So for the people that thought like, you know what I mean, I'm just talking to talk because I do media now. You know what I mean? By next month, I'm gonna be in the ring with two of them.
Wow. Tell them to send me a 2 battle contract with that money, man. Come on, DNA, loan me a couple dollars.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But we everybody's gonna find out exactly what I'm talking about shortly. But yeah, man. Know what I mean? They're gonna find out. But yo, Danny, I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I'm gonna stay in there for like 20 more minutes and keep talking to him. So know what I mean? I got you.
So
all right, bet. Let's make that happen. AMP, I'm not gonna go into details and say exactly what it is. If you smart enough, you could pay attention and decipher, you know what I mean, what I'm talking about. If not, y'all gotta, you know what I mean, y'all gotta wait to figure it out a little later. You know what I mean? So dad, okay, you know what I mean? Good night.